Hello, darlings. Oh. That's more like it. Hello, darlings. It is Friday, and that means, did I turn the outside light on? Yes. That means that I leave for the restaurant a little bit earlier, and that means that, for the moment at least, we get a little bit of daylight as we drive to work. A brief respite for, enjoy those, they're not going to be there for much longer. A brief respite from the driving to work in the dark that we are going to be doing for the next few months. 3 months? However long it's going to be. Too bloody long. So that, allied with the fact that for various reasons I haven't made a better video, sorry I mixed it up a bit, means that I thought we'd have a bit of a driving to work chat. You know, the sort of thing we've done 54 million times before, but what do you know, we're going to do it again. And there are a few things to chat about. Obviously there's the big car swap coming up on Monday, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it for a few reasons. The one is that I'm excited about the guilt we'll be leaving. And that's the guilt of those cars not getting the love and attention that they deserve. You know, things change, things evolve, and without really realising it, my life got filled up with other things and I didn't have room for that number of cars. So a bit of a rationalisation has got to be a good thing. Oh, we might get some nice late afternoon views. So I'm glad that the cars are going to Port. I know that they're going to be looked after. They will eventually, no doubt, find good homes. They're going to be better off than with me keeping them, because with the Airbnb coming up, you know, it was just very obvious that it was just too much. So things work out for a reason. Oh, that's annoying. I need to move that. That noise is going to really annoy me. Things work out for a reason, and it's just time to, that's that moved. Time to get that done. So the cars are going to be better off, and I'm going to be better off because, Paul is going to be better off in the long run, because Mustard's got he's going to have a really good opportunity to earn money, to make content, and to do what his channel is about: saving cars, improving cars, buying and selling cars. He thinks he's going to get some grief for putting cars back in the yard, having emptied the yard. And he might do, but it would be very silly to give him grief. It's a car yard, it's there to earn money, it's his job. And you earn money by selling cars, repairing cars, saving cars. You can't make money out of an empty space. The problem with that yard was it was full of other people's cars or unviable cars. Well, these don't fall into that category. So he should do very well with them, both for the both in terms of his bank balance and his channel. That's my hope anyway. And what do I get out of it apart from the lifting of the guilt? Well, I get that Peugeot estate, and I'm excited about that. I am. Bear with. I've got a big history with French cars, specifically big, luxurious, barge-like French cars. Oh God, I need to blow my nose now. Sorry, I'll just fall apart here on camera. Sorry, you're just going to have to suffer that because I'm not going to edit this. I've got stuff I need to do tomorrow, so tomorrow's video needs to be an unedited one so that I have as much time as possible to do the other things that I need to do. Yeah, so I've got a history with big old French cars. More Citroën than anything else. You know, well, in terms of the big ones, DS, CX, XM, of course, and, you know, oodles of other Citroëns. I went through a very long Citroën phase, and I've had most Citroëns that you can think of. I've had a Bayless Jura Light 15 traction avant. I had an SM, you know, the Maserati engine one. Multiple CXs, BXs, all sorts. I've got a history with Peugeot as well. I've had a 604, a 505 GTI, various other ones that I can't remember, and Renault. Oodles of Renault 25s, a Renault 30 TX. My first car was supposed to be a Renault 16 TX. So there's loads of history and affinity there, and obviously I have a massive affinity with France, the country, and all things French, including wine and all sorts of other things. So I am not at all unhappy to own a French car. Oh, that's rather spectacular, isn't it, my loves? Look at that. Look at that. See, it was worth turning the camera on. And this one in particular, now I've not driven it, I've sat in it, haven't driven it. What do we know about it? I like the looks. I think it looks exciting. People say it's ugly. I don't think it is. I like the looks. It's got a fabulous deep red leather interior, kind of burgundy. That can only be a good thing. And it's got all the toys that I like. I've always liked cars with lots and lots of toys. I like executive cars. They are the cars that I feel most comfortable in, and I haven't had one for ages. So, you know, I loved my Lexus. My Lexus phase was amazing, had some super things. So I'm excited to have a car that's got automatic lights, automatic wipers, electric heated seats, although I'm not sure that the heating works, cruise control, speed limiter, oh, a trip computer. I love nothing more than a trip computer. You know, a Bluetooth phone thingy, built-in sat-nav, although that'll probably be so out of date that it's unusable. So all of those things are going to be things that I've missed and things that I'll be really glad to have back in my life. And it's quick. On paper, it's reasonably quick. It's the 2.2 litre HDI. It's a twin turbo diesel. And it's got 170 brake. And it's got a top speed of 140 miles an hour. Well, you know, that's more than quick enough, isn't it? I mean, that puts it on a par with the ZT190, and it's got a 0 to 60 figure of it's just under 9 seconds. So it's not quick, but it's not slow. So it's not going to hang about. It's going to be able to overtake stuff. Apparently they drive very well. They're very comfortable. That appeals to me more than sportiness, if I'm honest. 6-speed box, so it should be nice and economical. I don't see. Yeah, I mean, the economy figures aren't amazing, but it's not going to be as economical as this. But I would still expect to get 45 out of it, which means that it's going to be really viable for road trips. What's going on here? I slowed down for no particular reason. So it's got loads and loads of pluses to it. I certainly felt incredibly comfortable in it when I sat in it. So the plan going forward, loads of room in it, the seat goes way back. I hate feeling scrunched up in a car, but I'm 6'5" with incredibly long legs, so I feel scrunched up in most cars, but maybe not this one. My preferred driving position is very Italian. I like outstretched arms and legs. I hate having to sit hunched around the wheel. So going forward, 3 cars going, 1 is coming. Oh, indicate right, go straight on, fair enough. So it's going to be a net reduction of 2 cars. You know, wouldn't hurt to lose another 1 or 2, really, would it? But it's a good start. So going forward, JJ, this one, will continue to be the daily. It's an admirable daily. I like having a bit of Rover in my life. Windsor Davis will be hanging around until it's sold, and I'm planning to include Windsor Davis in an Airbnb package. Obviously, it occurred to me that Great British Car Journeys down the road from Ripley. You're on the doorstep of the Peak District. Why not offer a package where you get the Airbnb for a weekend and you also get a classic Rover? It's going to be there, so it doesn't do any harm to offer the package, and if nobody wants it, nobody wants it. If they do, then it'll be a few quid towards Windsor earning its keep. And that will leave Dickadum-Dum and Minge Bag. And hopefully, if there's a few extra quid coming in, I'll be able to properly keep on top of them and bring them a bit more up to speed. So, yes, so there we are. It's going to be quite an exciting day on Monday, and it'll be a fun day with Mustard. Lots of road tripping and driving, and that's always good fun. There'll be a spot of lunch. And I'm just going to love having a proper best car, you know? Something that you keep clean, you have it all kitted out for your road trips. And what a lovely long distance cruiser. Comfortable, refined, economical, powerful. Should be perfect for the job. Over the Matlock Road we go. It's actually a lovely late autumn. Well, it's a lovely late afternoon in autumn, isn't it? Look at the sky, what a fabulous colour that is. Right, what's going on here? We appear to have come to a halt for very little in the way of discernible reason. What was that all about? No idea. Anyway, speaking of road trips, and we were, I am planning a welcome road trip for the new car, Officer Crabtree. I've pretty much decided to stick with the name he already has. Somebody suggested Rene in a live stream, and I was going to go with that, but I didn't realise he already had a name, and it was Officer Crabtree, and I think that's rather fabulous. So I think Officer Crabtree can remain. I would like to kind of welcome him with a road trip, because there are few better ways to get to know a car than taking one on a jolly good old road trip. And having done a quick Google today, I've seen that Travelodge have kicked in with their winter pricing. So I did a search around Snowdonia, which is where I fancy going, and I found 3 that were under 30 quid. 2 at 25 quid, 1 at, well, 24.99, and 1 at 29.99. And I put a poll up in the Facebook group asking where people thought I should go, and the current leader by quite a long way is going home to South Wales, which, you know, I do plan to do, but I don't think for this one. It's quite a bit further to get home to South Wales, and it's not ideally suited to the shortest days of winter. And I am long overdue catching up with Snowdonia. It's ages since I've spent any proper time in Snowdonia. I've got a lot of history with Snowdonia, I really have, but it's not recent, and you know, it really needs to go onto my list of my Welsh videos, rediscovering my homeland. And I would like to rediscover Snowdonia, probably over a series of trips. Now, Snowdonia is quite easily doable on an overnight basis, and with Travelodges at under 30 quid, that's going to make it financially viable as well as logistically viable. So yeah, Snowdonia is my current thinking. What's that bloody bus doing there? God, I didn't realise they were sending them down there as well. Oh, I can't see a thing. Oh, really not helpful. We're clear. People could be more considerate when placing themselves at junctions. Anyway, so yeah, Snowdonia is my current favourite option. Probably for the first one, just a gem, and seeing as the first one's going to be focused on the car and the road trip aspect, then probably just a general scenic drive there, hole up overnight, and then a different route back, and just have a general glance around, and then based on that, for future visits, can have a more focused trip focusing on one area in particular. Yeah, that really does appeal to me, I must say. Oh, look at that. Quite a vista in this light, isn't it? Last night, again, I mentioned this in the live stream, but as I've said before, not everybody watches the live stream, so I feel I need to reiterate things in videos as well. So yesterday, last night, the Christmas lights were fitted to above the restaurant. The council put up Christmas lights every year, and yeah, they've been going up around the town square over the last couple of days, and ours were fitted last night. They're not illuminated yet. I should hope not. It was still October last night, and I don't know when they do illuminate them. Well, I'll tell you what, would anybody like to have a guess which day the Christmas lights are going to be turned on? I mean, in my mind, it most definitely shouldn't be before December the 1st at the very earliest, but it probably bloody will be. So have a guess in the comments. But yeah, so, and Halloween is out of the way now, so we just start rampaging through it now, don't we, darlings? We've got bonfire night coming up. Oh, When is it? Oh well, it's next week, I suppose, isn't it? Well, it's the 1st today. So yeah, is it going to be Tuesday the 5th? So I don't know when the organised bonfires will be, whether they'll be this weekend or the weekend after. Probably both, I suppose. People will phase them out. What am I looking at there? Is that a traffic jam that I can see in the distance? I think it is. I just saw a right load of brake lights, and I'm sure it's just after the Honourable Bridge, and I saw a load of brake lights on the road adjoining that, which suggests to me that there might be a massive traffic jam. We might need to take evasive action. We'll have a look when we get closer there. So yeah, so bonfire night coming up, and then it's just the run up to Christmas, isn't it? And Christmas will probably be along before we know it. Not overly bothered about Christmas. It's Christmas to me means a bloody hard day at work, but that's better than having a bloody lonely day at home. I bless the fact that we are open on Christmas Day, and then a lovely Christmas live stream. Looking forward to that as well. But yeah, December the 21st is the big one for me, because that's the winter solstice, and from the 21st you've got the worst over with, and the days begin getting longer. So Christmas, then you've got New Year's Eve, then you've got my birthday and a shed load of community birthdays. About 90% of the community seem to have a birthday in January. And then you've got the weather as well, haven't you? We normally get an early snow at some point around November or December, around me at Windy Bum. Right, have we got a traffic jam to deal with here? Because I need to turn right there. Right, too late. Committed to it now. Oh, bollocks! Greetings, Honourable Bridge, and greetings, Honourable bloody traffic jam. Can I spin round? Really don't want to sit in this. I should have just turned right. I should have trusted my long-range view thing. Ah, oh, bumholes. Bumholes. Oh, train. You can't see it. It's behind you. There was one, I promise. Shame it wasn't a bit of earlier. We could have made a wish when we went under the bridge. Can I spin round? Can I spin round? Is it worth spinning round, or just sit tight in the traffic jam? Oh God, and I'm running late as well. Didn't need this. Too much faff to spin round now. We're just gonna have to deal with it. You don't want to be watching this, so I'll turn you off and bring you back when we get shifting again. Well, this is the problem, darlings. It's this road here that's got an abnormal amount of traffic on it. I wonder if the main road is closed again, and that's why people are diverting down this one. So we made it through the junction, but now we've got another wait for the traffic lights, and I am now 3 minutes late and counting. Ooh, are we going to get through on this cycle? Are we going to get through? Stay green for me. Stay green for me. Yes. Right. We can get a wriggle on. Fully dark now, look. No updates to give you on upstairs. Sunday is when they reckon they'd be completed by. Can't see that happening. Can't see that happening by a long chalk. From what I can see, the building work hasn't been completed yet, let alone not close to it, let alone the decorating and finishing touches. The roofer hasn't been back at all this week to start the work on the roof, and he said that if his quote was acceptable, then he was ready to start work immediately, but obviously that's a thing between him and the landlord. So if I had to guess, I would say 1st of December would be a reasonable guess at when we sort of got our foot in the door, which means that realistically there's no way you'd be up and running before Christmas. So that would be probably a month to furnish the place, get everything sorted, blah blah blah, and it would probably be a launch of the business proper on the first day of the new year, I guess. Guesswork on my part, but kind of an educated guess. And yet another bloody queue of traffic. At least this one should be the last. Oh, breathe in. Large thing coming. Let's get out of the way. Well, put your lights on, Mr. Honda Civic. Oh, brake light missing as well. Look at that, darlings. Pitch black, brake light missing, no lights on. In your Honda Civic Type S with your GB number plates. Right, if you look carefully on the buildings, darlings, you should see the Christmas lights up there, and have a look above the restaurant, and you'll see that we've got ours up there now as well. And as I say, give us your best guess as to when they'll actually be turned on. Right, 14 minutes late, but better late than never. Let's go and see what's what. See you on the other side. Hello, darlings. That's it. All done. All over.
London, and it's, lead all through the start.
Oh, bit of Radio 4 there for you. And it's time to go home. And really, not much. Ooh. Not much to tell you about tonight, other than it has been really, really quiet. Really quiet. You know, for a Friday, super quiet. Ram is a happy buddy though, because he got his iPhone 16 Pro today. He wants to make some nice videos for you. Just really quiet night. Nothing really to report. Some lovely customers in, and because we were nice and quiet, I had a chance to chat with some customers. Always nice to do that when when it's appropriate. Customers don't always want to be chatted with, but when they do and you have time, it's nice to do. I've got staff curry, and yeah, I've got nothing else to tell you, darling, so I'll stick Radio 4 on I'm going home the country way, the way I came, because I think the main road might still be closed. So yeah, I'm going to stick radio forward on, darlings, and I'll see you when it's time to say goodnight. Alright then, darlings, here we go, the final leg. That's some bottles of wine that you can hear knocking about in the back. Last couple of days of the offer, so I bought a case. There we are, darlings. In front of us, the lights of Chesterfield. I can pick out, I never used to be able to pick out the crooked spire. They must have illuminated it in some way. And as always, once we reach the bottom of the lane here, we will turn away from the lights and head into the delicious, inky, still blackness of the peak. Thank you for your company today, as always. Sorry it's been another driving to and from work one, but there'll be other things to come along, of course, and there are always the live streams. So wishing you all a safe and peaceful night ahead, and hoping you all have the best day ahead that you possibly can, and wishing you all a good November, because this is the first day of November, isn't it? Here we are, dear old Windy Bum, with the fallen leaves. I knew there was a reverse gear there somewhere. Okay then, darlings, much love from me, and look forward to seeing you next time.